Greetings, humanity! I am Jim. I use he, him pronouns, and I am going to take a stab once again at playing Frostpunk. The last autumn, we're playing that DLC. I have let this go for a while. I have not played this for a little while, but you know, life does the life thing. So I'm gonna see if I can remember what's going on. I did review it like yesterday, I think. I went back and looked to see where I left off. But of course, I've had a whole day pass since then, so that's all gone. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing, especially, you know, as someone with ADHD, you come to a sort of a realization that if you're going to be sleeping between the time you need to do a thing and the time you know about needing to do a thing, it's if there's any nuance involved at all, you have to refresh your memory the same day, because all is lost. All is lost otherwise. So let's dive back in here. Let us see where we are and what we are doing. So we are still with the last autumn. This is the scenario we're on. We're on day 19. I'm going to resume back where we were. Switching the docks to unload another resource takes several hours. During this time, the delivery is stopped. Yes, that is good to know. Despite rapid social changes, the divisions in Victorian society ran deep, with workers and middle class eyeing each other with distrust and condescension. They've modeled that in the whole workers versus engineers conflict that we have going on. So, we have 6 hungry people. We have plenty of food, but we have 6 hungry people right now. Okay. So, I know that soon we're going to need to get the tower pumps going, because we need to get folks in here to do the final leg of things. I think we have everything we need for that. I know that on the research tree we are looking into the final tier of things, automatic prototyping. And so once we have that, then I'll take a look at those. It's just about, right now, keeping things balanced out. We're carving away trees up here in the hopes that doing that will give us access to this shipwreck. Don't know if it will. We'll find out. These docks have been upgraded. They're still, they're not 24 hours right now. Oh, there's only 36 steel left there right now. Interesting, interesting. But there's 279 here that this gathering post is gathering from. So steel will continue to come in. But this is where we're getting lumber. This is where we are getting coal. We don't use coal for a huge amount of things right now, but we will. This is where the fishing is happening. This is our labor union. We'll deal with that soon. This is the only place that we have open right now, and it's not open right now, but it's, you know, things are currently unhealthy there, but when things start up again, toxic gas concentration will fall tomorrow. That will hopefully be helpful. Right now we're in the midst of stage 2, where we're trying to build the foundations. We just need to install the tower pumps. That's all we need to do. I think we have everything we need to do it. Right now we're about 2 days ahead of schedule. Hopefully we can get that done. We're prototyping, you see, for this is a city we are setting up ahead of time. This is sort of a test, a thing we're setting up ahead of time. For the Liverpudlians to come and live, I believe. I believe it's Liverpool. where they're coming from. Just checking here. We still got a little under 1,500 coal from these two piles together over here. Okay. So that's what's happening right now. We don't really need to increase motivation at the moment. Our motivation is looking good. We do have daily loss happening, but we're doing pretty well otherwise. Our discontent, recently we had an unpopular decision. I cannot remember what it was, but there was a lot that was going on. All right. And of the folks that we have right now, we have currently 21 people free, 20 workers and 1 engineer free out of the 242. We're going to put them all to work over here. But we have to see kind of how things look in the morning. Because at the moment, it's deadly. My hope is that that's going to go down. We've got our steam exchangers are still currently being built. I apparently wanted 3 more. And yes, famously, got resources hiding under this camera. We have 32 of the structural profiles that we use 4 at a time to make things a little safer. We're probably going to use some of those. We have 12 steam exchangers currently. Looking at our overall construction map here, we have to have 10 steam exchangers to get the tower pumps going. We have that. We have 12. And I presume I'm making more because I have an ability here. Yes. For every 5 steam exchangers I spend, that's why I'm building another 3, we can advance work on the generator by 20%, but I can only do that once in a 2-day period. So we will see how things go. It is currently the middle of the night, day 19. Things are probably happening over at the pub. No, nothing's happening at the pub. But we have a full complement of workers. We're going to have to chisel away at some of these other locations once we have enough steam exchangers built, because we have to get the personnel in here. And it's difficult to pull them from anywhere else. When do they start? At 8? They start at 8. Like everyone else. Okay. I am wondering about getting some folks in here. This won't be pretty. I'm wondering about temporarily making this 24-hour so that I can get some folks in here to finish building these before it's time to start in the morning. That might be a good idea. It might also be a terrible idea. We'll see. As the safety is going to drop like 2 levels if I do that. But I do have enough profiles that I can make this easier. Let's give that a try. Alright, so currently, and we do that. We burn some of our profiles, and we apparently also need another 10 in here, which we can currently afford. I just want to build the remaining 3. It's not great. This is as good as we can currently make it. But I'm planning to close up shop as soon as these are done. What else do we have coming? We have nomads coming in. Wait a minute. Can I pull another shipment? I could pull another shipment. What am I doing? Not pulling a shipment. We need more shipments. Do I want to just yank more workers in? This is a good question. This is something I never decided. We yank in more workers, we can get 13 of them right now. Do I need more steam cores? I guess that's a good question. We currently have 0 steam cores free. We're gonna need more steam cores. I know that much. There's no way they're gonna... Yeah, let's go ahead and... Was I waiting for a specific time for them to get in? Is that the plan? Waiting to see that they get in the morning instead of at night? Is that a thing? I'm sure I had some kind of a plan over here. Because I could get a steam core and 3 workers. Or I could wait until it's a little further into the morning so that if people show up and they're instantly homeless, we don't have to worry immediately. I mean, I can build more tents. That's not a problem. It is a thing. What's our housing situation right now? Okay, 6 vacant beds that are not in a care house. So actually, yeah, I could just set this up right now. I feel like we should do that. Get things here as fast as possible. So we're bringing us another steam core and 3 workers. Don't know why I didn't order a shipment immediately. But there we are. Okay, and here, there's one more of these to go. And then I'm going to shut them down for the night so that we don't have to worry about them. Good, there we go. And you're back to that, so you no longer have to work there right now. Go, get an hour or 2 of sleep. I will be reassigning folks here in the morning. But I don't want to do it while it's listed as deadly. This is part of the problem. Because while it's deadly... This takes a day and a half to make things safer. I think that was a good investment. My hope is that this is actually going to fall. It doesn't matter if it's not going to, but if it does, I'd like to take advantage of that. I'm going to go ahead and save day 20. So that you know we can get this going. Are we looking? Oh, less than an hour. That's good. I think both of these are on 24-hour shifts. Okay, automatic prototyping has been researched. We have level 5. Let us see what we can do now. Okay. So, over here we haven't built a foundry yet, have we? Use steel-resistant, heat-resistant steel composites necessary to build the generator. We don't need composites yet. We're probably going to need them. So these things, these are things we can do at some point. But ventilation plant integration allows us to use an additional ventilation plant, so I could build yet another one of those. High flow filters. Ventilation plant's coal consumption is reduced by a further 15%. Okay. That doesn't really help the... that helps a little bit, but not as much as I was hoping. I was hoping it would... I mean, this is how we get things down another level. But, like, building a ventilation plant... Let me just... check here. It takes 1 steam core. And 25 wood, 50 steel. So, like... It's a thing we'll be able to do, but, we have to wait for the steam core to arrive before we start building it. Ugh. If that's the next thing. Over here on food and health, so let's see, we already had additional foragers available, which I don't think we really need. Boosted forager carts. Make them move faster, 100% faster. That'd be nice. Advanced fishing harbor. More raw food. That might not be a terrible thing. Over here, infirmary checklists help people heal 15% faster in the infirmary. I think we have 1 right now. We have 1 infirmary. Medical mechanization. Infirmaries and medical posts will employ fewer people. We can get some engineers back. If we have that happening, which is nice. These places, though, only use workers, so... These don't use anybody, but... We're also going to need more coal before we... We're going to need more coal coming in. That's going to be a thing. We want to keep these things powered. Resources. So, let's see. Advanced docks, which we haven't... gotten to yet. Unload resources even faster on 3 piles. Just means it creates more for us to have to deal with. Over here we haven't started with a charcoal kiln yet, but it's gonna look tempting soon, especially if we build a 3rd ventilator. Advanced reloading system. Allows us to build advanced reloading station, which gather resources from piles with even greater efficiency. So people working here use power tools and advanced work organization to quickly gather mountains of resources, piling up at the docks and transfer them to the stockpiles. And they require 3 steam cores for each one of these stations. And this has been a problem. Oh, God, it's getting enough steel in. That's been a thing, and I know that getting enough coal in is probably going to become a thing. Because we've already got another steel pile over here that we're going to need something for. This steam reloading station doesn't have any more to pull, even though it's 24-hour. Nuts it is. Steam reloading station, Just based on... Yeah, the regular reloading station even just takes 1 steam core. The steam reloading station takes 2 steam cores. Oof. I may need to build a charcoal kiln soon, just so that we can... start turning lumber into coal if we need it. We still... it says about 3 days worth of coal. Thing being, this is our current usage. Mainly... I mean, we're going to run out of coal eventually. So I think the thing we're going to want to... What is more important? I think that is the question. As the advanced reloading station is going to be helpful. but getting another ventilation plant is going to be really helpful too. Especially if we have, you know, more issues as the building continues. So it's a question of, you know, setting up our safety here versus setting up our ability to reload faster. And I mean, honestly, the research... What are we going to want to use that that steam core for? I guess that's the real question. I think probably we're going to want to use it for another ventilator. Because on the one hand, it'd be nice to be able to gather resources even faster, but we don't even have the steam cores. We're not going to have the steam cores to do that efficiently for a while. And right now, we're already, you know, this one going at 24 hours, it's at a standstill currently, and I can't just hop it over here. So, these folks are also working 24 hours. So, yeah. I think we'll do that. I think we're gonna go for the ventilation plant first. We can build an additional one of those. And then when the time comes, you can do more. Where are these folks headed? Are they headed back? Looks like they are. I think that, yeah, I think that's the thing, is that I don't think there's anywhere else to send them on the map. I think I've tapped out all of the searchable locations. So once they get back, I can just convert them back to workers and make use of them that way. Because these two sites, I've already got, you know, just our food gathering sites. Yeah. These folks are just heading back with some supplies. And a couple of steam cores. That'll be helpful when they arrive. I keep forgetting. And this boat is also carrying a steam core. So we actually will have more steam cores very soon. This is good. This is good. This will be helpful. But I still am... Yeah, I think that, yeah, the priorities we're looking at, I think, are still where they need to be, roughly, at the moment. I know the temptation will be, once we have the 2 steam cores, to just go ahead and build over here. So we can get more steel in faster. But we shall see. I want to see if anything adjusts. Okay. Yeah. For a given value of tomorrow. This is not happening. So we're gonna have to all right. Steam cores with 50-degree weather. Who needs steam cores? It's a good question. It's a good question. But unfortunately, we do, because we're planning for it to get much colder. Hello, Unstable Days. Hi, how's it going? Just trying to get back in the saddle with this. All right. So, deadly. It'll be safer for 24 hours. I will go ahead and make use of the... Strike risk is still currently low. I haven't put people there yet, though. We shall see. We shall see. Hello, Hawkeye. Greetings to you. Yes, I'm trying to get back into a bit of the Steampunk DLC. This is the prequel to the official campaign, where at the time they felt as though they still had hope. And as a result, they argued more. That was a lot of it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this right now. And I'm going to go ahead and assign people here because I am foolish. It's dangerous currently, and it's gonna change, I think, by 2 levels. Just to unhealthy, but we'll see. We'll see how things go when we get started up again. Also, I can pull these workers out and put them in here, because we really want this to be done as fast as possible. Let me see. Where else can I pull workers from? If I could pull 10 more workers, that would be really swell. Let's see. What do I want to hobble here currently? Reloading station, the docks. That might not be terrible. I don't want to, I don't want to do it to the sawmill, because we need to clear that stuff out. Yeah, I think that's really our best bet. Cookhouse? Shall I remove workers from the cookhouse? We've got food, raw food coming in. I don't think that's a great idea yet. I'm going to take them from the pub. Some of them. Guess what? You got to work. 45 out of 50 isn't terrible. We want to get this done as fast as we can. What else do we have we need to deal with? We got foragers coming back. They're not going to be back for another 7.5 hours. Maybe I'll just temporarily shut the pub down. I mean, the thing is, the pub having workers in it sort of is what helps. But this is like, these are the only places I can pull from, I think. Where else do we have workers currently? I don't want to pull from the coal. I can pull from here. Why haven't I pulled from here yet? What's wrong with me? Don't answer that. Okay. All right. Pull up. Let's see if they survive. This will be great. We got to get this done. If we get it done today, that'll be nice. We'll see. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Okay. Currently we're just at unhealthy. Good. And progress, time to finish, it says 22 hours. This is not great. This is a multi-day project. I'm going to burn the steam exchangers. And something's happening. I was just preparing a response to your query, and then you said, don't answer that. I feel very sad now. We need to know. It's important. What is wrong with him? All right. Well, all right. Let's see. Let's see what new thing we have to worry about. Oh, great! Rumble in the deep. I'm trying so hard. Sir, people are working in the deepest part of the shaft. People working in the deepest part of the shaft report tumbling sounds and slight tremors coming from below. They complain of getting dizzy from toxic fumes coming through the cracks. We might be forced to evacuate them quickly in case of emergency. To do this, we'll need safety equipment for both the rescuers and the shaft crew. It will also protect workers from the fumes, improving workplace safety. Shall we start making it? Let's see. So, produce safety equipment, -5 steam exchangers. I just burned the steam exchangers. Oh, God. I just burned them. +1 safety on tower pumps construction. Remind me later. We'll manage without it. It's a good idea. The problem is, I don't know if we'll be able to continue because we will not have the steam exchangers we need. As if I do this, that brings us down to 5 steam exchangers. And we have to have 10, right? We're currently at like 16 hours. And I don't have people to put in here. And you saved just after you burned them. True, but I also have an earlier save, a couple of earlier saves. So I'm considering going back. Because I had these folks on night shift ahead of that. I noticed, yeah, I burned them and then the thing popped up. Did you notice that? It happened immediately. Let me try something. What time was assigning work? That was already in the morning. We had prototyping, we had day 20. God. Pain and suffering. I see that's the second time I've used Whelp. Let's see. Yeah, I think I have to go back to this. I think. Maybe even back to the audit. I may have to go back to when we stopped. Let me see what this is. Yeah, this is after I pulled people out of the machine shop. So let's go back even further. Because of course we shall. Okay. Previous evening. Now that we can see the future. Let's get this shipment ordered. Get that going. How much do it's 16 steel for each. I think we can do that. This is going to be rough. We're going to need 3 more beyond... Will we? Wait. 3... We're going to need 1 more. There. Okay. That, I think, will put it where we need it. We have this earmarked already. And we may not be able to get the research going on the ventilators immediately. We might have to wait. We don't have enough steel available. But we will see. I think that was everything that we did. Of course, you know, since I have them working longer now, there may be further issues. But I guess we'll find out. We're currently at 105% efficiency over here. Funny, that one. Okay, 3 to go. Work, damn you! Work! They never really seem to sleep. There's always something happening. 2 more. They're not going to get to go to bed. Prototyping is researched. Okay. Let's see. This requires 80 steel. Yeah, it's going to be a minute before we can do this. They don't sleep? I didn't know you converted them into automatons. Yes. Yes. They might not know either. We'll see how things go. Do 1 more. I just need 1 more, and then I can shut this place down. And they'll have they'll have about half an hour to rest. And then they're gonna have to go and work. Over here at the tower pumps. I'm sure everything will be fine. This is not a good idea. What are we already looking at? How do we have no patients here? We have a couple of patients here. at the infirmary. Like I can speed things up a little bit, but I want to wait until there are patients there. And we have, let's look at the bathhouses. And this care house currently has no residents, so we don't have anyone who's that infirm right now. Just wait. Just wait a little while longer. Alright, so we're going to whittle down from there. We're going to whittle down a little bit from there. That's 48 people. Let's see. Here, I'll just leave them at half staff currently. There we go, 50. And once again, putting a protective structure in place. Let's see how it goes this time. But I want to wait for the progress to start before we start doing that. Do we have? No, we don't. We don't have 80 steel yet. Once we have 80 steel, then I'll start researching another ventilator. To help folks not die. Okay. Folks are coming in. It is currently, we're sitting at under 5% efficiency. We're going to supercharge. There it is. Yeah. I think that was just something predestined for once we got beyond like 20% or something, 20% or something. I'm willing to bet. Okay. If we produce safety equipment, and we still have 10 steam exchangers, which we can use to finish the job. And look, it's safe. Currently. No risk of strike. Tomorrow, it's going to be hazardous still because we can't build another structural profile for a day and a half. Or use another structural profile. Oh, there they are, hard at work. Making a thing happen. We're trying to. I can't get this up any faster. It's still 15 hours, which is, you know, a couple of shifts. But I have done everything I can currently. But I can at least start, we can at least get back to research. Ventilation plant, please. Where are you going, Edward? You're going to work. He works in the upgraded docks. Okay. Good, good. Oh. I just need to fix something real quick. One moment. Do. There we go. Okay. All right, back here we are. It's hilarious that it's safe, even though we are at sort of maximum toxicity right now. But, you know, it will be good once we get everything together. We're gonna need... I know ultimately I'm gonna need to start building a foundry also, and that'll require a steam core. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1 steam core. Okay. That's also a thing. But we'll figure it out. Just wondering if I increase the working hours, then that'll... Wait, a thing just happened. Ah! Here's the labor question. Back over here at the labor hall. At their union. Official doctrine, pessimist. So, a group of workers reports the defeatist attitude of their colleague. He's such a complainer, nothing but, oh, we'll never finish this thing on time, and we will all die here for nothing, and the end is nigh, and there's a worm in my soup, and so on. Everyone's sick of it. They demand that you straighten him out, or they'll do it. Punish the defeatist, discontent will rise. Let him vent, motivation will fall. Ooh, ideology. Increase the working hours? Folks should always be working. I know, right? Nice things. If we punish him, then that will set a precedent that they will remember later. It will not be popular. If, on the other hand, we let him vent, then that's gonna hurt our motivation, but at the same time, I think this is what the church is for. Having the church here is here to help motivate them. And I'm going to go ahead and do the thing. Yeah, it's like, I think we can take the hit. Now, we do currently have high motivation. Yeah, we've got high motivation and low discontent. So, I mean, we're good. Whichever one of these things I pick, but it's just numbers-wise. But, yeah, we need to... Well, part of me wants to just punish the defeatist. That is, in fact, the same part of me that chose the path of order, of the path of discipline during the first run. So we're just going to let him vent for now. I agree. The church will instill the fear of God in him and make him accept his inevitable community punishment better. Yes, that's right. Much better for the fellow workers to just shun him. Let him vent. Alright. What I will go ahead and do is spend 20 rations to call a sermon to get that motivation back. Listening to the words of spiritual leaders raises everyone's motivation. Here we go. Alright, how much time do we have left here? Isn't this also why we desire gladiatorial fights? Ah, no, you see, that just lowers discontent. That doesn't increase motivation at all. We could have them. We still have that option open. But, you know, people might get hurt. That is a problem. So, you know, that's the thing I've been avoiding. But, you know, we'll be able to sign another law in another, 11 hours. So we'll see. Getting close to the 50% mark. If I kick this up just a little bit higher. Wait a minute. Here's the problem. How much... I have to kick the ventilation. I have to kick the ventilators up also, which will cost coal. But the upside of this is that they finish quickly. Is it? Perhaps they finish today and not tomorrow. Well, no, not. I mean, in 2 hours, not necessarily, but. Yeah, the 8 to 1600 shift is is accounting for 1, and the ventilators are accounting for 2. So it's just really a question of, do I want to? The real question is, do I want to kick this to 24 hours, which I could also do with the ventilators, but that's going to cost a lot of coal. Which we can currently afford. But if we do this within 11 hours... Foragers unit number 2 have returned safely to the city. Yay. Okay. I have nowhere else to send them. We have explored everywhere. Everywhere that there are markers for us to explore. There's nothing... There's no stone that has been left unturned. So I can now turn them back into regular productive workers. I can disband them. Or I can turn them into foragers and make them go out and get... No. Or I can make them go out and bring food from that other location, but I don't think we need to do that. I'm going to disband them. And that gives us 15 more workers, which is good. Because I just remembered that if I kick this up to 24 hours, we're going to need, like... What is it, half again? We're going to need another 25 workers? To get this done in the amount of time we need? It's possible. I have to yank 10 more people from somewhere, but I think I can figure it out. This is going to be bad. This is going to be evil. I think what I'm about to do here. But I think we're going to give it a try. Also, I should probably start building a charcoal kiln. You know, just in case. Which I might amusingly put right next to the sawmill. You can try that. Anyway. Not that we're going to have people available to build it for a while. Okay. I'm gonna wait until about 3:30 in the afternoon, until about 15:30, before I make this change. This is a terrible, terrible thing I'm about to do. Okay. I will never be able to decipher my own. All right. Let's do it. So we do this, and then this. Efficiency drops, but one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we just gotta grab 2 more. No, not from where we're receiving coal. No. Is this coal pile just sitting there? Just need like 2 more people. Nine. And sure, why not? It's temporary. Alright, so currently we're sitting at just unhealthy. Here is the next problem. I now have to set these ventilation plants to 24 hours. Oh, this is going to play hell with our coal situation. Alright. We keep that going. Let's see what happens here. $12. It says we lost quite a bit of efficiency there. Oh no. Get them out now! Oh hell, what a terrible tragedy. People are trapped by the source, they'll die. That was a great decision. That was a wonderful decision I just made. That was good. That was really good. That was fabulous. I feel so good about myself. All right, let's have a look and see what's happened. The source is exposed. Yeah, maybe don't do that thing you just did. Yeah, that might be a thought. So there was a catastrophic accident in the lower levels. A cave-in exposed the underground heat source, engulfing our people in deadly fumes. We can seal off the source to save them, although it will permanently reduce the power available to the generator. But if we leave it open, all our people underground will die. Oh my god! Seal off the source. The generator won't be able to power more than a few heat zones. Workers will evacuate safely. The construction will stop for 6 hours. I mean, we don't need the generator's power for now. Leave the source open. The generator will have normal power. All workers underground will die. Discontent will rise greatly. Strike risk will rise greatly. Send rescue with safety equipment. The generator will have normal power. Many workers will be gravely injured. The construction will stop for 3 hours. And we don't have used escape routes. Workplace must be safe. Ah! I see I cut off our safest option. by changing the hours. That is beautiful. Death now or death later? One might say that death now is more humane. Yes, that could be it. That could be it. Dear Lord. So, like, having the safety equipment is probably good, but, having many workers be gravely injured isn't great. But I mean, this is why we did it. Having the workers evacuate safely, though, that would be nice. So, yeah, I screwed myself, basically, there. If... I have to wonder, like, the amount of time necessary. If we have a delay of 6 hours, it was going to be 12 hours. We were going to have a 12-hour delay. Or it was going to take 12 hours to finish. They go back in. It's going to be less safe. Let me see what this looks like. There goes our chance to deliver to the contract on spec. They could all have died there. We must improve work safety. So, looking at this, right? 55%. I have no idea what the amount of time left would be necessary. It's 16. It's at 16 and a half, right? 6 hours after that is 22, right? 22:30. And then 12 hours from then, 12 hours from 10:30 at night is 10:30 in the morning, and it will already be past the zone of safety that I created with this protective structure, because that only lasts for 24 hours, and it'll be another 12 hours before I can turn it back on again. So unless the toxic gases actually fall tomorrow, then that's a problem. So they're gonna... So doing it this way... Now, if I had done it the other way, then that meant they would have been finished maybe around 7 a.m. And it just might have pulled it in just in time. But either way, actually, it does mean that amount of work is done under slightly unsafe conditions, under unhealthy conditions. So, yeah. And actually having the harnesses is what made it safe, right? Safety equipment. I think, given that, I think it's probably better to have not done that. If it's gonna happen anyway. The other interesting thing is that it's gonna happen. The next problem is that if I undo it, then it's not gonna happen until tomorrow morning when they come back to work. So that's a further concern. That will drop the safety again. Yeah, and then I mean, yeah, having a bunch of injured workers, gravely injured workers, would have caused a delay anyway. I think our best play here is to not do what I just did. And yeah, just sort of let this happen. Just let the shift end. Why is it harmful? Oh, okay, they're no longer there. Ah, I was like, what happened? Oh, the ventilators kicked off. The shift ended while I was looking at it. Okay. So, that being the case, nuts it is. Well, let's put people back to work where we need them. Because we got that shipment of workers in, I think. Alright, not shipment of workers. We got those foragers, which we turned back into workers. So that'll help. Somewhat. We might go ahead actually and even pull back from some of these and put some folks in here to make some more exchangers so that we can get that ability back. Have a little fuel to make the exchange go. To do this again, to supercharge it again. And then, unfortunately, we're no longer going to be under supercharge, so it is going to take even longer. No, actually, no. No, you're right. It's not going to. Who are you talking to, Jim? We're talking to ourselves. That just gave us an instant 20%. Okay, good. We're good. Currently, it says currently about 3 days ahead of schedule. So, I mean, we're getting there. 55% of the way on the tower pumps. 54% is here. And we have an explosion to look forward to in the morning. That'll be great. Still sitting there, getting ready to build our charcoal kiln. Which may or may not come in handy. I was setting us up to
Quitting time. Workers, leave your tools in order.
I was setting us up to try and burn more coal, but it turned out we didn't have to worry about it. Idle, going to rest, going to eat, idle. I'm questioning their commitment. Don't have any patients in the infirmary right now. We got folks still at the gathering depot. Okay, ventilation plant integration has been researched. We currently have 2 steam cores. Which means we can build another ventilation plant. which thing do we want to do next? High flow filters will help because, you know, as we get ready to build our third plant, our third ventilator, we're also gonna need a foundry. I'm starting to think may as well use the other steam core for that. If we can. I mean, yeah, getting enough resources would be great. We're not quite there yet. More coal! Yes. Well, yeah, so I think we're going to start researching overnight the high flow filters so that it doesn't burn quite as much coal as it would otherwise. And we'll see. We have 39 steel currently. We might need to wait and build up a little bit more steel. Yeah. And it needs 50 steel, so we'll need a little bit more steel before we do that. Well, also, we'd like to build a foundry, but we'll get to that. In fact, let me take a look. I'm not going to fully confirm this here yet. I just want to make sure we have space. We do. Good, okay. And if I put that there, that'll be within reach of the council square. So that'll be helpful for that. It'll benefit from, you know, not as much striking. Oh yeah, we can also give speeches from here to increase motivation. I forgot about that. Workers' ideas. There's nothing to do after hours. Ask London to send us the Sanger Circus troupe. Voted down. Equality means equal representation. Half the workers represented should be women. That was also voted down. God. Welding is hard work. Give extra rations to all welders. Voted down. We are all equal. Let's address each other as brothers and sisters. Also voted down. They were not into that. Okay, so there should be. So when the third ventilator will go over here. That's good. I think the foundry is the last construction building we're gonna have to build. I freaking hope so, at least. Yeah, because that's where we build steel composites. So these people aren't modern communists. Apparently not. They're not early communists. You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But before we build that, I'm going to build a generator. Ventilator. We've got so much to look forward to in the morning. We have people going into church. And we have people going to the pub. Ah, it's time. There we go. We build one more of these. And hopefully that will take care of everything. We're out of steel! Yeah, don't worry. That'll at least help somewhat. If we can get that going, if we can get that operating by tomorrow, then that will be very helpful. You put it on the same hours as everything else. Gonna burn a bunch of coal, though. Oh, we don't currently have anyone working at our charcoal kiln. And that's fine, because I don't want anyone there yet. We might want some folks there soon, though. We've got excess wood. We should probably start putting some people there. Okay, tell you what. Let's... Ah, the transport's arrived. We've got 3 more workers and another steam core. Excellent. Just on time. Just in time. We can put 8 people over there. Not that they need to go there immediately. Apparently it just happens. Alright. And coal is looking... I mean, coal balance looks great right now, but that's probably because everything's turned off. We'll see. Have to wait and look at that during the day. Of course, we have something exciting about to happen down here, but we'll get to that. What do we want to whittle from if we want to put more people in there? I don't know. Maybe we need to put people back over here, too. But we'll figure it out. Actually, we need like 50 steam exchangers when we do the final stage, so that's quite a lot. And then there are optional upgrades. Good lord. And I assume is like, what, afterwards? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Okay, there it is. Now let's look at it. Ah, there we go. But the kiln has off... Yeah, the kiln has offset it. It looks like. Okay, that's good. We'll see if that leads to any problems with you know how much lumber we have. Let me see here. No, this is what we need to check. So I guess the question is, do we send for more workers or do we send for another steam core? We need another steam core. It would probably be a good idea. We just kind of do that. Like 1 worker and another steam core. So that we have that ready for when we... You know, for when we are ready to finally build more efficient reloading stations and such. We have, once again, 2 steam cores currently. We could build another one right now. We built it on top of this steel pile. That would take some... That would get us more steel coming in faster. That would help. Let me see. Workers cause fights. Steam cores are nice. Happy things which don't harass you with trivial things like human survival. Yeah, I know, right? We enjoy steam cores. I'm gonna actually make the decision along with this one. You law time. One steam core, one worker. Yeah, that seems fine. That seems reasonable. Let's see what new horrors we can enact as we pass laws in the middle of the night. Let's see. Starting over here with labor. Manage the safety and efficiency of your workforce. Let's see where we are. So, laws that we currently have signed. Oh, there's a tree up here that I need to look at carefully. There's some new stuff. Possibly. But let's see. Down here, we still have the possibility of a dispensary to use the newest experimental medicines to treat the gravely ill. Here's the gravely ill. It's a new type of building. Let me hang on. Let me hop over here. You can see what I'm looking at. Here's gravely ill to ill with potent chemical medicines. They have to build a dispensary. Treatment can have side effects. That's one problem. We have collective bargaining. We could negotiate with the representatives of striking workers to end all ongoing strikes for a price. So this is a new ability. Negotiate with all workplaces currently on strike, labor union building. You'll start the negotiations with workers and try to resolve all strikes peacefully. We don't have this currently, apparently. Which is something I'm curious about. We're not terrible with strikes right now, but we'll see. Up here, though, let me see, there's more stuff over here. Selfless sacrifice. This is after official doctrine, which we signed, which is workers' councils are great fonts of innovation, but too often they go astray. We need to control which of their ideas are publicized. And so that's why they turned it into this picture up on the other screen. I see. Okay. The workers' council's ideas no longer having negative consequences. But over here, selfless sacrifice. Our work must be completed on time. Sometimes this requires sacrificing everything in the name of efficiency. New ability, selfless sacrifice. Selfless sacrifice raises workplace efficiency by 25%. Motivation will rise slightly. Selfless sacrifice reduces workplace safety by 2. Ah! So this is an endanger your employees button. Or a shoot yourself in the foot button, possibly. We would have the ability to use. And look, there's apparently no cooldown. Yeah, because that has a cooldown. This does not. Jesus. Abolition of privileges. We're all equal. Everyone will be required to work anywhere they're sent, no matter worker or engineer. If I sign this, anyone can be employed at any workplace. That's interesting. Motivation will rise slightly. Workers employed workers employed as engineers have 75% efficiency. Ah. Discontent of engineers will rise permanently. And then propaganda. Strategically placed loudspeakers will remind our employees of the importance of their work and increase their motivation. We get the agitator. We have this in the main game. Significantly increases motivation of workers in nearby workplaces. You'll have to build 2 agitators. 10 wood, 10 steel. This sounds great. We may definitely... This is the best possible thing, I think. Now, the interesting thing is, up above abolition of privileges, I can see, I don't know if you can see it here. The next thing, if we do abolition of privileges, then up there, the next one is People's Militia. Which troubles me somewhat. Part of me wants to do it so I can see what happens. But, it's a thought. So propaganda, that sounds great. But let's look over at administration. Find ways to keep your people healthy, fed, and motivated. Oh, let's see. Things that we haven't signed yet. Over here, a certain kind of pills that were popular at the time. That you get with breakfast. To increase motivation, but there is a low risk of death by overdose. Let's not do that. It's a thought. Here we have the bare-knuckle bouts that we were talking about earlier. The arena fights. Nothing relieves tension better than watching a few rounds of an all-out slugfest. Evening bouts will reduce discontent. Sometimes fighters will get hurt. So that's still on the table as a possible thing we could do. And then, of course, over here we have company funerals, which is, just uses steel instead of wood, basically, because we have to make steel coffins if we do this. Those who give their lives in service to the Empire deserve the highest honor. We will send their bodies to England in steel coffins and bury them at the company's expense. That increases motivation more, but preparing bodies for transport will cost steel instead of wood. We do not have the steel to spare for this. And down here we have a choice. Prostheses shipments. We will return to our amputees the ability to work by ordering prostheses for them. And which means that we have a new ability to order prostheses through the telegraph station. And amputees fitted with prostheses in medical facilities will be able to work again. So, I mean, that'll help if we eventually have someone lose a limb, which seems like an increasing possibility. We could choose that, or medical repatriation, which is that we can't afford feeding those who can't work. Therefore, the amputees shall be sent back to London into the care of their families. So, freeing space, no longer consuming food. There's that ability we can click on and has a cooldown of 3 days. Where residents of the care house get sent back to London, reducing the need for housing and food. I mean, it's obviously we want to do this one. So the question is, do we want to do the prostheses shipments, or do we want propaganda? I'd like to have the ability to have prostheses shipped in, but propaganda is so tempting. Like, we could set up agitators and increase motivation of workers. I feel as though there's no downside to this, even though they say you have to build 2 of them, but we might build more than 2. If we can do this and actually put... I don't know if we can put them near the generator site. That's the only problem. I don't know if we can put them where it'll help the most. But it would be real nice if we could. Short pre-recorded speeches. We're going to do this. We're definitely going to do this.
New rules are in place.
Agitators shall be built. And we have 3 days to build agitators. We have to build at least 2 of them. I feel as though we're going to build more than that, but you know. Just a thought. All right. Let's have a look. Here under labor. Well, let me check something here. Yeah, so in 18 hours we can sign another law, which hopefully will be the prosthetics law, but we'll see. This will be done... When will this be done? What time is it? It's 1:20 in the morning. And according to our workshop, in about 3 hours this is going to be done. We've got enough steel right now to build one agitator. Oh, yes. I very much want to, yeah. And, yeah, we'll put it here so the foundry, when it gets built, will also benefit. Oh, wait. Wait, what's this? The workshop and the cookhouse. Ooh. I mean, I'm so sorely tempted to build so many agitators right now. No idea how many agitators I want to build right now. If I build it here, then and I actually get, it's like in this range, then I get this medical post where we don't have any patients, but then this workshop and this workshop and this cookhouse. Which, I mean, mostly for the workshop, I mean making the research go faster, that's not a terrible idea. And then we're going to have to build another one over here. Presumably. You see where else we have, you know, when we eventually build the foundry. We can build one for here for like the foundry and the pub. The docks. My God. I mean, having one out here is not a terrible idea. There are so many places where it would be helpful to have this. Don't you see? Too many places where it'd be helpful to have these. Or like, should I build a road just for the sake of having this? The answer is yes. Very helpful. It's like having one here. And then I think we're going to end up putting the other one out here. I'm just going to build one right now. This is really going to come in handy. We're already sweating blood. Yelling at us won't help. Now everybody will hear how important our work is. Oh my God, I can do better than that. I just phoned those in. My apologies. We have a couple people sick though. And now, the passive effect of an agitator. We'll see. How's it going now? Efficiency is up to 130. Jesus, medical post is 143, even though nothing's happening there. But they're going to get their research done all that much faster now because of that. Which is great, but at the same time... You know, should I just go ahead and build the foundry? I've got the steam cores for it. Another steam core is coming in 22 hours. Or do I want to finally build a reloading station? 40 wood, 25 steel. Ooh. Finally, you know, put that there so that we can get rid of this gathering post. Upgraded docks. But isn't there a third kind of, was there a third kind of dock that we were looking for as a possible thing under resources? Let me see here. No? Oh yes, advanced docks. Just get a third pile out. Yeah. Ooh. Still plenty to research right now. And we're gonna have that there. A choice must be made. We have to decide what to do with the 25 steel that we're gonna have eventually, or however much steel we well, we're gonna need more steel for whatever it is I want them to research. Okay, high flow filters have been researched. So the coal consumption of the ventilation plant is reduced by 15%. I don't think we're gonna have enough steel to research anything else right now, but let me and research is done. Let's see where we are. So, next on the agenda, like, we could do stuff to benefit the foundry, which, you know, will involve, you know, at least 25 steel to get that going up here. We don't even have a foundry yet. We don't need additional foragers at this point. We don't need to boost the forager carts. Advanced fishing wouldn't be bad. Infirmary checklists wouldn't be bad. Because we do have people that are getting injured. We're about to get more people injured, actually. Now that I think about it. We could go to advanced docks. We could go to advanced reloading stations, which gather from piles even greater efficiency. Charcoal kiln thermostat. Use more coal. I feel like we're actually okay for now. On a lot of things. It's like we're at the point where now it's like, okay, it would be nice to have X, Y, or Z. Like, and I guess, you know, the most urgent of those things are getting like the advanced docks and the advanced reloading stations. But it is interesting. See, once I've put once you put this steam reloading station on for 24 hours, it's a point where no gatherable resources in range. I need to pay more attention and figure out what point in the day it hits that, because, like, do I have to leave this shift going for this long? That's a question. We have a few people getting sick now. You going to the infirmary? One person is. No one headed here. You don't know where they're headed. Going to eat or eating, and they're now sick. So, yeah, I feel like we can just hold off. Strangely. Because while it would be great to have the advanced reloading station, and be able to gather those resources faster, I don't know that we're at a point now when we absolutely have to do that. What we can do is build another steam reloading station right here. And then we could convert these other buildings, but I kind of just want to wait until we have the 25 steel and put it down there. Okay, so yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is set them back to regular hours for now, because we are officially kind of at a point now where we don't really need that as much. Research can slow down a little. Famous last words. But, you know, we can always put them on 24-hour shifts again later when we need them. They're the only ones bringing in anything right now. Where are we? We're getting close to 2 hours. We can go a little bit longer. Just wait for the next disaster to happen. This is where it gets tricky, because I don't know if it's going to be exactly what we call safe. Ah! I forgot to put day 21. There we go. It went down a notch. That's good. That's very helpful. Because with the that will make up for the lack of protective structure. Good. And we will now have 3 ventilation plants going.
Get moving, workers. You work for yourself now.
Ah, here it comes. Get them out now! People are trapped by the source. First thing in the morning, eh? Okay. Well, we were expecting this. Okay, the source is exposed. Once again, we have to decide if we're going to seal off the source to save them. And we now have use escape routes. The generator will have normal power. Some workers will be injured. The construction will stop for 3 hours. Because we are currently at safe. We didn't see it, but that's because it happened immediately as soon as the shift started. But that's better than 6 hours. And better than gravely injured. Because it's safe. We can get them out. Some workers will be injured, which will slow things down a little bit. But the construction will stop for 3 hours only. Okay. And I mean, the generator, we're not really using the generator to power anything right now, which is why it's so weird, how badly it seems as though we need it. We're going to use the escape routes. 3 hours. We'll take the 3 hours. These safety briefings made sense after all. Who knew? That was close. I hope I'm as lucky as them when disaster strikes on my shift. Yep. Okay, still currently safe. But we're sort of stopping it where we are now. Let me see. I have 7 idle engineers currently. 29 steel. Well, while you're not working here, I've got a little project for you. We're gonna build our steam reloading station here. Still no resources. Oh, maybe the boats aren't in yet. Let me get this other reloading station over here and see what happens. And of course, now there's no one to do any of that, so you may as well just dismantle this. It's still the same 15 workers are going to be dealing with this. Yeah, we have some workers free currently. How strange. Okay, boats are coming in. Just now that says apparently there's 10 steel there. Will that increase when the boat arrives? Okay. Successful evacuation. Aha. Actually, I need to be... Why am I not over there? Let me be back over there. There we go. So we have great news. All workers were rescued and the source remains open. Some of our people were hurt, a few of them seriously, but if we provide them with proper medical care, they will live. And when we finish the generator, it will be able to achieve its full heating power. Well done! Several workers were hurt. The generator will achieve its full heating power. Good lord. Okay, what's our situation then? So, infirmary. Yeah, infirmary is going to be full. We've got 13 people being treated. And we've got 3 patients over here in the medical post. Currently going to treatment. We may spend some rations to make this recovery go faster. And 30 unemployed workers, 50... What happened? Something happened. Did I have workers on that pile also? I might have. That would explain some things. Here, fill that out for now. While I figure out what's happening. So we have... What do we have? What is happening? 10 hours left, it says. Currently safe. Thankfully. Still about 3 days ahead of schedule. This agitator is doing something, I hope. Keeping us level. Keeping us at 10 hours, I guess. I'm concerned where these extra workers came from. I don't know what's happening. I might have had some workers sitting there actually on the pile of steel itself and just forgot about it. It's entirely possible. If I did, then that means, you know, I have more workers to put in different places, which is nice. I guess I should also decide if I want to start doing more research. As like we can. Advanced docks or advanced reloading stations. The docks will be things we can actually build, so that's a thing. Charcoal kiln, treat thermostat. We might want to actually up that because we do have, seem to have plenty of wood. Infirmary checklists, though. That's becoming more of a concern. Medical mechanization. You know, I might just do this. The infirmary checklists. You get that going. So that way, and that seems a more immediate concern. We can get that done. Okay. And right now it says 5 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. I'm not going to press the food button until we have them all in there. 62%, finish in about 8 hours. Okay. What is our coal situation? Thinking of keeping them late? Yes. Just in time for another calamity to happen? Probably. Ah, okay. Only 10 workers. That's good. Then, yeah, the gathering station required 15, so that's good. We get a certain amount of workers back for that. That's great. And then we can see what effect that has on our steel situation. Right now it just says 114 without even that happening. Ah! Oh, hey! Oh, Prax, thank you so much! Yay! Hello! Hey, thank you for pressing the magic button. We appreciate it. Very kind of you. We're getting back to trying to build this generator. It has been challenging trying to get everything done. Functioning but storage limit reached. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And so building the more advanced dock would help with that, I expect. Well, yeah, okay, there's a labor question. All hail the generator! So, to impress on our people the importance of their work, the most engaged workers are organizing Day of the Generator. They plan to gather everybody and throw a feast to celebrate the construction of the generator. The activists report that their proposal was met with widespread approval. It seems that people are warming up to the radical ideas. They'd ask if you'd like to support their initiative. Carry on, motivation will rise slightly. Oh, I don't have enough food rations to give them food for the party. Oh my god. But, you know, motivation will rise slightly. I can't imagine how much motivation might rise if might have risen if we'd had enough food. How much food did we have to have for that? Probably more than we have now. So, slight rise in motivation, which, you know, honestly, is fine right now. But, we had 218 rations. That's still less than a day. We have 3 vacant beds currently that are not care house beds. So, like, we can have, like, 3 more people. How strange. I guess one thing I could do, now that we have these folks here, I am wondering about this whole thing. Like, how late into the night do they gather the steel? If I set this for 24 hours. Oh yeah, 15 over here and only 10 over here because it's not currently set to 24 hours. It's kind of the question. We've got 42 steel currently. What do we need for, to finally build this foundry? Well, we need another steam core, which we don't have yet, but is coming. That's a lot. Okay. We can build another agitator, though. Make everything all that much more efficient. We're currently sitting at 130%. Still have patients going to treatment. But if we build an agitator over here, that will be that promise fulfilled. I don't know where the third pile is going to appear if we get a dock. We may need to move this agitator later, but I was thinking about putting it like up here in case there's something happening there later. Well, let's not worry about it. Put it there. So that they can be motivated as well. Joe, what's wrong with having a party from time to time? Let's get together and celebrate our mission. I totally would have I would have given them the food if I'd had it. When we get into the 1500 hours, this is more of the same as far as having to make this decision goes. Because, like, if I extend the hours, agitators built. Your first agitators are operational. Your encouraging words can reach more people. Motivation rises. Yes. More motivation. 1519. How are we now? We're still at 130%. Did we cap it? Is that the problem? Steam sawmill. Ah! No gatherable resources in range. Okay. Well, now that that's done, now I can finally check this and find out what's happening. It's another labor rearrangement. Because I have to decide. So, we either... Where are we currently? We are about 3 days ahead of schedule. So, if I let the shift end, then it finishes tomorrow. If I switch it here, then of course we lose some safety. We lose the safety level. But they get another 2 hours in, and they still have to finish tomorrow. If we kick it to 24, we have 18 more workers we can throw at this currently for some reason. And they might finish in 5 hours. Granted, it's still going to cost us coal. But for our 3 ventilation plants, I'm going to have to make them operate a bit longer. But, you know, doing that can only help. I can actually take that off for right now. Those safety procedures, because we've got 3 ventilation plants currently. Let's see. About 2 days worth of coal, it says. It's an interesting idea. But that said, let me just, you see, shipwreck over here, full of steel. Let us check something. Gathering post. Can we build it out here? Can we? No. Love to be able to get something. I don't know how we... How do we get at the freaking shipwreck? We can't build it there. Very useful shipwreck. Yeah, I was thinking that. The problem is that it won't feel like this is as far as we can, as far out as we can build it. Where it's yellow here. And it doesn't get adjacent to this until it's, you know, somewhere where we can't freaking put it. We have to put it inside the... I think it's just, the shipwreck is just there to taunt us. We have to put it in the ocean somehow. I don't know if we're ever going to make it to be able to use that shipwreck. Maybe an event will happen of some kind. Okay, well, we tried. We'll tear down the sawmill, build another one. Cleared out the trees, but that didn't help. All right, let's see. Steam sawmill. If we try to put it there, we will destroy some trees, but we may have no choice at this point. Here will work. Are we doing a new game? Hey, how's it going? This is we're back to Frostpunk. This we're the same DLC. I finally picked it back up where I left off. This is the prequel to the main campaign of the first Frostpunk game, and we're just trying to figure out how to build things, how to build a generator. Down the trees there, but hollow shelter from the cold. It's truth. We're gonna need more room for tents at some point. Question is, where do we put that room? I just toss this over here, and that does destroy a few trees, but that will start clearing out this area by these other tents. Let me see. That will also, but it's gonna be Could be a little rough. Oh, well, that's not saying it's destroying anything. That does. But if I put it here, it might be okay. Interesting. This is very narrow band. Where it looks like we can build this and it'll take out a bunch of these. But without destroying any trees in the meantime. I will put it there. Hidden, nestled amongst the trees. That looks like that'll be useful. Let's build the street out. Good, good. We found that very narrow band. Okay. So now that being the case, we've got another 10 hours before another steam core comes in. We can build the foundry. Ah, yes, now I must make this decision. So, setting it to 24 hours. I'm going to give it a try. Sure, why not? Let's see what additional disaster strikes. Okay. So we set this to 24 hours. We add workers. Currently, it's, the progress dropped because it said 9 hours because we had efficiency drop from there. But let's see what happens. So currently says safe, which is funny. No, let me put that to 24 hours. Let me put all of these to 24 hours. All of the ventilation plants so that, you know, they can continue to breathe. Apparently breathing's important to our workers. They enjoy the ability to breathe. They find it helpful. Go forth and work. Labor. Continue your labor. Why am I like this? Okay. We got a number of workers in treatment. Let me actually do this now. Because surely... No, we've still got a bunch of folks going to treatment. Yes, yes. I don't know if I have to wait for them to be there. But it couldn't hurt. Oh, right. My research isn't done yet. Here, let me add engineers. More work! Yes!
Workers, your work is over for today.
Prostitutes have been checked. That's good to know. Sick got extra rations. That hopefully reduces the time. About a day, it still says. No cases of venereal diseases were discovered. That's good. At the pub. Now functioning. We have patrons coming in. Lots of patrons. Continue your work. Oh, we can introduce a new law. Let's see what additional havoc we can wreak. Now, I was initially saying, you know, we should do prostheses shipments just in case. So we can actually have those come in, but... Okay, collective bargaining, I don't know why we don't have that yet. I wonder about it. Still have that one engineer still hanging out that you haven't sent anywhere. No, we don't need that. I mean, granted, interested though I would be to see what happens if we get a people's militia. Selfless sacrifice! Here, go work. Work for us. Yeah, I think right now, bare knuckle bouts. Bare knuckle bouts. Reduce discontent. I think that, no, we're gonna go for the prostheses shipments, finally. Which, I know as soon as I sign this, then we're going to have, the dismemberment will go up. We'll see. We can order prostheses from London to allow amputees to work again. Okay. Come on, just 4 hours. It'll give these people their lives back in a way. Amazing, our scientists have found yet another way to help us survive. Infirmary checklists have been researched, which is good. I can see where we are at infirmary research. Now let me also check here. This is closed currently. And we're back to, well, they're waiting for workers, but they're only like 17 steel bars they have left together. At this point, I should have checked this like an hour ago. Because I feel like I don't need to retain these workers here. Here, maybe. But I think it's going to even out. But we'll try that. Anyway, here we are. All right. We actually put the number of workers in there that they need. Okay, what do we need? So medical mechanization, we need 80 steel for that. We've almost got 80 steel. We can just wait a minute and get that. We wanted that. But that just means that we employ fewer engineers. I mean, ultimately it could be good because it could mean we could build another infirmary. Or another workshop. So that would be cool. Have that stuff go by faster. But I mean, we've been doing really well on the research trees. Advanced fishing harbor, more food. Yeah, I think we're basically at the point we should probably advance the docks. So that we can get access to more resources more quickly. I feel like we're basically there. Granted, we're going to need these safety processes for the foundry. So like getting a jump on that wouldn't be terrible. Especially considering I'm about to build the foundry. This actually might be the smartest move right now. And then also safety improvements, probably. Would be a good idea as well. Okay. We'll do that. As you know, in another 5.5 hours, I can build the foundry. We'll see how this is going. We need to stop soon, I think. But I must see if they finish their work, or if another tragedy befalls us. While it's still safe, it would be nice. What is our coal situation? Ah, yes, we're at a terrible deficit right now because of what I just did. But, I think we'll be okay. About 21 hours of coal left right now. That's fine, because these aren't going to be on 24 hours for long, just another 3 hours. We are so close. 2 hours. Good Lord. Let me see if I can get more people into the support. I should put more people back in the support buildings, but build other stuff. Hang on. Just so close. I don't know what's going to happen in a minute when we finish this this stage. We are almost there. Less than an hour. Work, damn you! Install the tower pumps! Milestone achieved! Next milestone is Heart of the Generator. With the foundations in place, it is time to build the fiery heart of the generator called a core. It will have to be enclosed within 2 support frames, which will also hold up the external parts of the generator. Okay. But that's for future me. Ah. now 78 unemployed workers, one unemployed engineer. Ah. We finished the tower pumps. Yay! Okay. Future Jim will have many issues. Yes. I don't want to be around when that poor bastard loads this game up again. But anyway. So. Yeah, stage 3. We've got our stage 3 listings currently. Build the foundry, build the core, build 2 support frames. Yeah, that's coming. You know, in just an hour and a half, we'll have what we need to build the foundry. But what's this other thing that just happened? The core support frame. Ah. You need to, future Jim to be lest the mind wander too far. It's dangerous. Dangerous. We'll need 25 structural profiles to build these. We'll need 25 steel composites to build the core. Yeah, that's why we need the foundry. Currently we are about 4 days ahead of schedule. Now that we've started part 3. Excellent. Excellent. A lot of building of things is about to happen. Let me see. Anything else I want to take care of before this ends? No, I kind of like ending it here, I think. Just even with just an hour and a half left before the ship arrives. Because this is good. Let me actually just look out here. How much is left here? 3 more days of four more days of food, just about. Okay. Food supplies, that's fine. I think we are good. And we're just sort of playing this back and forth game with these reloading stations, seeing how they operate. All right, we have to put people in the sawmill. Let's do that. So that at least we have that going. Not that we need more lumber right now, but maybe we should think about making our charcoal kiln work better. Because, we need to use some of this wood that's piling up. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Excellent. 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 Thank you all so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. I'm actually going to go ahead and save the game here. And we will resume when the time is right. Awesome, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. This is delightful. I'm so glad to be back playing this. I'm so glad to have the energy to be able to be back playing this. Which is, that's the good thing. I've been recovering for a while. So it's a good sign. Any notes I have further for my future self? I think I all said them just a moment ago. Go, future self, go back and look at what I was talking about just before I came here. And you know, you'll see what we need to worry about. We just have to get to, you know, the next stage, stage 3, building the foundry, and you know, dividing up labor to build the necessary things that need to exist. Yeah, key to more gaming time. Don't get sick. You know, tell me about it. So you know, it's this time of year. This time of year, this can happen. Have a good night. Thank you. You have a good night too, Prax. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. That was very awesome of you. And for the resub, that was very kind of you. What am I doing? So today is Monday? Yes. So on Thursday nights when we're available, which I don't know if it's happening this week. Let me check. 'Cause we've been having some off days coming up. Let me see. Because I believe that, yes, we're not actually playing over on High Shelf Collective this week. I saw that the reminder just popped up in chat on that. Because we've got some folks out. So that'll be next week. That's a week from Thursday, I'll be back over there. And aside from that, on this channel, I'm just sort of taking things easy. Just again, playing video games, playing this, or playing the new cozy survival game that I've been playing, Stranded Sails. That's been fun. But there is a thing that I will just go ahead and I believe signups are still open for the 12 games of Hasmus. I'm going to be running a one-shot of Inspectors over on Live from the Apocalypse on the 23rd. So that's part of their charity marathon, 12 games of Hasmus. And the link there is also in chat if you feel like looking at that and seeing about signing up for one of those games. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. But that's it. That's all I've got currently going on. I'm sort of taking December easy. Otherwise, and you know, stuff will happen in the future. I have every confidence stuff will happen in the future. But I thank you all very much for watching. When we hit the end card, we're going to go say hi to somebody. Feel free to hang on if you're so inclined and say hi to them with us. In the meantime, folks, please remember that you are valid, you are unique, and that is wonderful. because variety is very important and you matter. So please remember to take care of yourselves, and you can absolutely give yourselves grace when you need to. Take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.